Alex, does it still hurt a couple of days on, the result from Saturday afternoon?
Not too much. We still would have loved to have won. Obviously, they're tough, those games. Those really close ones that we feel like could have gone either way. But yeah, look, today we've had our meeting and reviewed the game, and we looked at the last 5 minutes, and there was plenty of things we didn't quite get right. That hopefully we'll learn the lessons, and the next close game we're in, we can just tighten up those things, and the result can go our way.
What were some of the learnings that you took from that? Because hopefully it's a sign of things to come yourself up against a powerhouse team for the majority of the competition this year.
Yeah. I guess first off, it was great. It's great practice to be in that situation against a really good team on a really big game, big crowd, big moment. We did quite a lot right. We got a lot of our structures right that we want to do when the game's close. At the end, there was just a few little skill executions, really, more than anything else, and we did. Throughout the game, we did quite a lot right, and we just need to keep backing ourselves in those moments when the pressure's on to just execute and get it done.
Dramatic few moments to end the game. Have you got your head around just exactly what unfolded, especially with the umpire to say, I know you were right there, and do you know exactly what Jordan Clark said?
No, I don't. Look, I don't know. I chatted to the umpire straight afterwards, and he didn't hear what he said either. It was just that. The way it was said, and there was plenty of frustrations at that moment, quite clearly. Like a lot of our players knew that the ball was touched, and we'd like to not let things boil over, but it's, as everyone knows, it's a really intense, high pressure game, and emotions get high, and it's why I love playing with Clarkie, is because he's a pretty feisty character, and he wears his heart on his sleeve, and it's part of the reason why he's been playing such great footy for us. He's been one of our best performers these first 4 rounds. So, look, we've moved on. Like, it is what it is. We can't change what happened. As I said, we've looked at what we could have controlled in those last sort of 4 or 5 minutes, and we could have done a few things which could have put the game to bed.
Do you agree that dissent was the right call at the end of the day then?
I'm not sure of what the exact rules are around umpire dissent. I'm not sure if that's what the umpires decided, that just the way he said it was enough, then it's fine. I'm no umpire.
So your conversation with the umpire, though, the umpire said to you he wasn't exactly sure of what Jordan said.
No, which is understandable. I think it was a pretty high, pretty loud intensity game, and look, there was some conversations with the umpire directly afterwards, and I think just kept on going, and maybe it got to a point where the umpire had enough. The umps do a great job, and no one means to make mistakes, and they didn't mean to miss that touch one. We made mistakes at the end of the game. These things happen. You lose close games. It probably won't be the last one we'll lose. So we just move on and get better.
Does it put a bit of extra?
That's a big price to pay. Would you like absolute certainty in the umpire to make a decision, knowing that they've actually heard exactly what's transpired though?
I trust the umpire to make his decision off what they think, and the rules of the game. I'm not sure what the rules are.
Does it put a bit of extra fire in the belly, I suppose, heading to Port?
Captain's call. I don't know. It's been spoken a little bit. Knowing how things go, I probably would have used it a few times and lost it. So I don't know. I don't know if we want to be slowing the game down. Probably not. We just let things happen, and the cards fall how they lie.
As a captain with that situation, though, have you learned anything that you would maybe do differently, or?
I don't think so. I feel like I was able to get clarity from the umpire immediately afterwards. They're never going to change their decision. So, it is what it is.
Does it put a bit of extra fire in the belly heading into Port this week?
I don't think so. I think after that game and the way we played for a majority of the 4 quarters, we played a brand of footy that we're sort of really proud of, and that we've delivered the first month of the season. So that gives us great confidence. Of course, we want to bounce back. We want to leave Adelaide with 4 points. So,
How do you tackle that Port Adelaide trio of Rosie, Butters and Horn Francis? They're having a great year so far.
Yeah, they are. They're a really good side. There's not too many easy games in the AFL. So it'll be great. It'll be a great challenge. Our midfield's in really good form as well. We go into Carlton, we knew that they're a really strong stoppage side, and they've got some great players in there, and we really held up really well, and I think got on top for large parts of the game. So it'll be a great challenge for those boys.
playing at Adelaide Oval last week, does that give you some sort of advantage this week, knowing I know you've got an okay record here as well, but playing there and seeing it in a big game and then buttering up against an opposition crowd?
Yeah, I think so. The crowd's probably going to be a little bit different. The Port crowds are pretty loud, and it'll be a good atmosphere. It'll be good fun. It's a challenge we're looking forward to. Like it's great to play at home in front of your home crowds and enjoy that experience. But it's also a pretty unique experience, and it's good to be challenged against and feel like it's 22 versus 40,000, and that's something we'll relish and look forward to.
Sean Darcy was out here doing a bit of light ruck work and also kicking some goals. You expecting him to be running out there and joining you again on Saturday?
Yeah, I think he's going to be very close. He's done a lot of work over the past month, and particularly the last couple of weeks. And yeah, I think he's really close. He's putting his hand up. So yeah, it's going to be interesting. It's some tough selections in selection committee.
You know, Luke Jackson's obviously had a great month to start the year. Does Sean go straight back in there and Luke down into the forward line? How does that change the shake-up of the team?
You can't give away all our secrets, Fatty. Look, I don't know. I think the flexibility of those guys to play forward is great, and for Luke to play in the midfield. So I'm sure if they both play, we'll see many different iterations of them, and I'm looking forward to whether it's this week or next week having them both play together, because they're great teammates to play with.
I was just going to ask about Michael Frederick and Samson Cathy. Came off a bit of injury problems with both of them. Where are they both at?
Yeah, not sure. I think Freddie might miss this week, and Switter, we're hopeful, but we'll see.
Seems as though there was a few sore boys out there today as well, just sort of struggling to get through. I know it's early, 2 days after a game, but it seemed like it was a pretty bruising affair on Saturday. Yeah,
it's a pretty physical game, which is not uncommon. This day is one where we just sort of get moving a little bit, get the body moving, and you definitely feel a lot better. We've got tomorrow off, so looking forward to relaxing, recouping, and then we've got main training on Wednesday. So we'll be fine.
As a leader of the club, but also in the AFL space, we saw Jeremy Finlayson with a homophobic slur on the weekend, and he came forward and self-reported that one. But as a playing group, do you get enough education as a group as a whole to know the difference between right and wrong?
I think we do. Yeah, we receive thorough education around what we can and can't do on game day, can and can't say. I'm not sure of the exact details of what was said, but it's definitely nice that he's come out and got on the front foot.
Do you think there's a time and space we'll see it get to none of this happen? I know obviously racism is another massive issue as well that continues to filter through, but is there a time you think that we'll see this out of the game?
I'd like to hope so, that as a footy industry, as a community, we can move forward and move past some of these incidents. I'd like to hope so.